Let's go on a reading adventure and start to explore dangerous ways of jungle or the fields full of snow. Books are filled with endless knowledge. Let's dive right in a world of so many unknowns. Let's go and start exploring. Be a leaf explorer, dive with the fish underwater. Be a leaf explorer by taking a trip into the forest. It's so much fun to be a leaf explorer. Be a leaf explorer, dive with the fish underwater. Be a leaf explorer by taking a trip into the forest. It's so much fun to be a leaf explorer.
Greetings! This is Leaf Explorers Radio coming to you from deep in the forest. We've currently been on this expedition for a while, and boy do we have some research findings to tell you about today. But before we do that, let's go over the weather and what the day looks like. Our weather forecast today is a cool 68 degrees Fahrenheit with slightly sunny skies with a touch of wind. Still looking forward to when we get to explore a desert biome for some dry heat. It's rained here quite a bit. Of course, not as much as a rainforest, but still enough to make us start gauging how much rain has fallen. Our Leaf Explorers Research Expedition Team's second flora and fauna study is about fireflies, gnats, and beetles. Oh my. The menu at the campfire today is ants on a banana log, a tasty breakfast treat, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch, and a plant-based stew for dinner cooked over the campfire. Can't wait. A bit later today, we'll go over our latest expedition crates and what you can be expected to see if you haven't cracked into yours or haven't ordered one yet. So make sure to tune in.
Leaf Explorers Expedition Team to Base Camp, do you copy? Hi everyone at Base Camp, including our new Leaf Explorers recruits. It's Katie here, one of Leaf Explorers expedition leaders, and today I'm radioing in to talk to you about our latest expedition, the Forest Biome. I'm so happy to have you join Droopy Eye and the other Leaf Explorers team members today. As we make great discoveries during our expeditions, we'll report all of our findings back to Base Camp. Hence why I'm talking into the radio right now. By radioing in what we're finding, it's just another way of recording all of the information we gather. The more information we gather, the more we learn, the better we can enjoy this wonderful woodland world. If you listen carefully, you can probably hear the birds around me here in the forest. I bet there's even some chickadees like we learned about at Base Camp last month. Hey Droopy, let's discuss the forest biome. Actually, here's the perfect person to talk to us about it. Our expedition guide. He's basically an expert in all biomes and everyday excursions, and you might recognize his voice from the announcements. Hey Michael, can I have you go over what the forest biome is and what we're exploring here?
Hey Katie, yeah, of course. Are we radioing into Base Camp right now?
We are.
Great. Greetings, Leaf Explorers Base Camp. We are currently within a forest biome, our first biome of this expedition. I'm so excited to finally be hiking and walking through these great forests, and especially not being on egg duty anymore. I'm not sure if you heard, but during our last radio sessions, I was on egg duty for breakfast. And whew, man, one of our chickens, Big Mama, she is something else.
Yeah, I think everyone heard when we were radioing into Base Camp when you were being chased by Big Mama.
Sorry. Anywho, so what is a forest biome? Well, forest biomes are primarily made up of trees, and currently our world, Earth, the beautiful Mother Earth, is made up of 1/3 forests. That's a lot of trees. There are 3 main types of forest biomes. Tropical forests, which can be found in places such as Central and South America, Southeast Asia, Australia, islands of New Guinea, and even Western and Central Africa. These types of forests are normally on the warmer side and like to hover between 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. The next type of forest are boreal forests that are more up north in places such as Canada, Alaska, and Russia. The temperature here is much, much colder than tropical forests, as they range from negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit to 30 degrees Fahrenheit.
I agree with that woof, Droopy. That's pretty chilly. Negative 65 degrees Fahrenheit? Does the forest that we're in right now get down to those temperatures? I hope not.
The last type of forest is where we're on expedition currently, which is called a temperate forest. You can find these types of forests in places such as North America, which is where we are radioing you from, northeastern Asia, and western and eastern Europe. The average temperature in temperate forests is a bit between tropical forests and boreal forests. These types of forests see all 4 seasons. Therefore, the temperatures can range from negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit to upwards of 80 degrees Fahrenheit on some of the warmer days and location, but average between 50 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit in certain seasons. Not too shabby. Perfect hiking weather if I do say so myself.
I couldn't agree more, but I am happy that we stayed at base camp for as long as we could. We had delayed our expeditions by a few months due to a snowstorm that came through. And honestly, I'm not too disappointed, as we were able to spend some time meeting you all, work on tests in our lab on previous expedition research materials, read lots of amazing books at our Leaf Explorers library, as well as we let the temperatures rise a bit. It's starting to get chilly now, though, since it's dusk here out in the wilderness at the moment.
This also meant that we were able to see tons more flora and fauna that we may not have been able to before due to temperatures and time of the year, frozen soil, hibernation and all.
That's Gwen's voice, our zoologist that you met on our last radio session, and also at base camp. Aren't you so happy that we were able to be here to see some of the toads come out of hibernation near base camp since we were delayed?
So excited! It was pretty amazing to see them dig their way out of the ground. I'm sure we would have seen some of this occur out here in the Temperate Forest biome too, but it was neat to see some of the toads that we had been researching and watching last fall emerge from their hibernation vacation homes. Are you excited to learn about fireflies, gnats, and beetles on this expedition?
Absolutely. Have you taken any research notes down that we can send over to base camp for cataloging?
Let's see.
Oh, well, that's good timing. There's one tiny forest friend now. Well, probably lots and lots of friends. Do you want to go ahead and talk about what we're hearing, Gwen?
Any one of those sounds could have been attributed to a beetle, but which one exactly could be a bit hard to say, as there are over 300,000 species of beetles in the world. Beetles come in all shapes and sizes, and most are very important to the ecosystems they inhabit. Beetles are found on land and in fresh water and can adapt to almost any environment. Female beetles usually lay hundreds of eggs, adding new beetles to the forest population daily. This is very important since beetles typically live only 1 year.
Have you spotted any beetles on our expedition yet? We can definitely hear them as we pass by on the trails, but have you seen any?
We have. Lots, actually. Ground beetles, June beetles, or June bugs, and you had a lady beetle or ladybug crawling on you the other day, remember that?
I do, and it's good luck apparently. I'll take it. Yes, and you had tons of them crawling on you too, Droopy. That must be why you're our lucky dog.
Although the ladybug is lucky, some beetles can be harmful to their environments, for example, destroying crops. But a majority of them are quite helpful. They take on jobs like getting rid of garbage, eating dead trees, and helping to pollinate flowers. But if you ever wanted to say good job to a helpful beetle, talking isn't the way to go. This is because beetles communicate through scent, sound, and vibration. So to all the beetles listening out there, click, click, buzz, buzz, thank you for all you do.
So cool. What is it, Droopy? What's making you so itchy? Wait, if I take a closer look, I bet I can figure it out. Let's see. Yep, that's just what I thought. It's gnats. How about if I take off this bright colored bandana you have around your neck, Droopy? Maybe that'll help. I say that because these little insects are attracted to bright colors.
It could also be because there's a clearing over there with a water source. Gnats can sometimes be drawn to not just body heat and colors, but also sweat. which is technically a form of water. One of the places they like to call home.
Ah, I didn't even know that was over there. Leaf Explorers Base Camp, that was Braedon. He's new on our expedition, and some of you may not have met him since he was flown into base camp late the night before we embarked into the Forest Biome. Say hi to everyone at base camp.
Hi there. Do we radio in from all of our expeditions?
Yep, from all over the world.
That's pretty cool. Basically like a radio journal, or a raylog?
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say raylog, like vlog, before. Maybe you just created a word and will be an internet or radio sensation.
Maybe. Should I fully introduce myself? For the record, I mean.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm Braedon. I'm an entomologist, so someone who studies insects. I was called in for this expedition, and hopefully future ones, as I'm a bug lover, expert, or specifically a coleopterist, to be exact. Meaning, I love to study all types of beetles.
You know, I can't be mad at gnats. This is their home, and they're just doing what comes naturally to them. It's their turf, or man cave, should I say. But I feel like I should learn more about bugs and insects and beetles and really try to find the love that you have. Is there anything that is good about gnats?
Actually, it's only the females that are badly behaved biters, feeding on blood from host animals, and even humans when they feel a bit hungry.
Oh, I guess it's more of a she shed than a man cave, I guess, right?
Sure. The females do need to keep their strength up, though, as they are laying nearly 300 eggs a day. And when you're a gnat and only live for 4 months, it's important to use every day to the fullest. Male gnats, on the other hand, think plant nectar is a much better afternoon snack. But when it comes to dining together, both genders agree that decaying, rotten trees and other matter are 5-star cuisine. While this may sound a little gross, this form of cleaning up helps to keep the forest as tidy as it can be.
Huh. So I'm glad we're walking past the water now, and I'm also thankful that gnats exist, as they help clean up too. Droopy, do you feel better without the bandana? I'll take it that you do. Good.
I'm also glad that we've arrived back at our camp since the sun is almost set. What's on the menu tonight?
Plant-based stew. It should be almost done on the campfire in a few minutes.
Awesome.
Hey, good timing, Katie. I went through some of our books that have some information about beetles that I'd like to go over with you. You had asked about fireflies, right?
I did. Thank you so much for looking into it. Stacy is one of our librarians here on our Leaf Explorers team, and when we're stuck, she helps us on our research. Last night, I saw a type of firefly that I had never seen before, so I asked her to look up some information for me. She's a wizard at data collection, and I appreciate her and all the librarians of the world so much.
Thanks. I appreciate that. You know, the forest is full of so many things, both big and small. However, I think we have the tendency to focus on some of the bigger elements, like larger animals, towering trees, and vast rivers when we think of forest biomes. When in fact, it's often the littlest things that keep our forest communities going, like bees and other itty-bitty bugs that pollinate flowers, fostering new growth throughout the forest.
Or wiggly worms that break down fallen leaves into rich soil that feeds all manner of flora that call the forest home.
Or silk-spinning spiders that help to keep populations of disease-spreading insects at bay.
So you all have been listening to me talk about the forest biome?
Of course we have. So sometimes it's important to get out our magnifying glasses and flashlights and take a look at the small creatures that call forest biomes home. Or in this case, wait for nightfall and research different kinds of fireflies, as there's so many.
There really are. There's actually about 2,000 species of fireflies. So it was a bit of a task trying to figure out what kind you logged in your research last night.
Ooh, sorry about that.
No need to be sorry. It was invigorating. I believe you saw the common eastern firefly. They are the most common. Hint the name, firefly within North America, are dark brown and are just around half an inch long at their longest, which matches your description.
Wow, only half an inch? That's like half a paperclip or half a quarter, half a bottle cap long. That's tiny.
You're right, that isn't very big. But what caught my eye was their light flickering in the night. That made them seem so much bigger.
You probably saw a male firefly then. Females usually have short wings and don't fly, while the males use their second pair of wings for flying. What were the colors you saw when they lit up?
It was so pretty. It was like a bright yellow and green color.
That was indeed a firefly then. We should probably start seeing some gentlemen taking flight soon, actually, since the sun is basically down.
Did you know they are nicknamed the Big Dipper Firefly because of its upward hook pattern of glowing? When a female firefly likes what she sees, she'll flash back at him with her glow. Here, I'll show you the pattern on his flashlight.
That's so cool. They basically put on a light show, and it's neat that we can kind of replicate it with a flashlight.
Literally. I bookmarked some books by the campfire if you want to check them out. But here's one I thought you might like to do for your campfire read-along tonight.
Ooh, thank you. What do we have here? Frenzies Light by Jessica Calaco. Perfect. What do you think, Droopy? Let's all sit by the campfire, have some stew, and I'll read while we settle in for the night. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Good.
Oh, that's perfect. I've been getting hungry on our expedition.
Yes, please. S'mores afterwards, too.
Okay, I promise we'll make s'mores afterwards. If you have this book, you'd like to pull it out and we can read along together. Frenzies Light by Jessica Calaco. Frenzy likes dancing. Frenzy likes books. But there's one thing Frenzy does not like. Frenzy does not like her light. It's always shining at the wrong time. At the movies, at slumber parties, during games of hide and seek. Your light makes you unique, said her mother. No one shines just like you. I'll cover up my light, Frenzy thought. She gathered leaves and wrapped them around her until her light was hidden. The next day, Frenzy's friends needed her help. At the movies, Tick dropped his snack under his seat. Frenzy, can you shine your light down here? What light? I don't have a light, snapped Frenzy. At the slumber party, Natalie whispered, Frenzy, make your light shine. I'm scared of the dark. But Frenzy let out a loud snore and pretended to be asleep. During a game of hide and seek, Frenzy hid in her best spot, deep in the dark bushes. Come out, Frenzy, shouted Legs. It's too hard to find you when your light doesn't shine. But Frenzy pretended not to hear and flew away as fast as she could. Frenzy found herself deep in the forest, far away from her friends. She had hoped they would forget about her light. She felt very sad. Just as she began to cry, she heard a strange sound coming from the bushes behind her. Munch, munch, munch. Frenzy flew closer to investigate. Munch, 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 crunch. I love it! What are you doing? Asked Frenzy. Creating my masterpiece, exclaimed a beetle, clicking his huge pincers. I'm Kiri. I'm using my magnificent pincers to make wonderful art. Isn't it amazing? It's lovely, said Frenzy. As she looked at Kiri's art, Frenzy's light began to shine through the patterns in the leaves. Oh, how beautiful, Frenzy gasped, enchanted by the colors and shape that appeared all around her. Wow, whispered Kiri. Your light is making my art even more magical. What a wonderful gift you have. No, said Frenzy. I don't like my light. I wish it would go away. She began grabbing leaves to wrap around herself. I understand, said Kiri. I used to feel the same way about my pincers, but then I realized that I am brilliant, I am wonderful, and I am unique. Feel like that about my light, Kiri, but I don't, Frenzy exclaimed, and she flew home. A few days later, Frenzy received a package. Dear Frenzy, I made this skirt just for you. I hope you will wear it to my art show tomorrow. Your light is a gift. Let it shine. Love, Kiri. Frenzy felt nervous as she arrived at the art show the next day. But as her light glimmered through her skirt, she saw faces of her friends. How lovely! Brilliant! See what happens when you let your light shine? While Frenzy twirled on the stage, she realized how powerful her light was. It created magical art, joy for her friends, and happiness in her heart. Suddenly, Frenzy felt very grateful she was a firefly. Frenzy grew to love her light, even when it was difficult. She always remembered the night she let her light shine for everyone to see. What a great book that was! That was a perfect book for us since we're learning about fireflies here in the forest.
Juice ready, Katie, if you'd like to grab a bowl.
Perfect timing! Well, I think that's all for our expedition log today within the Temperate Forest Biome. We're going to go have some dinner and we'll radio in again soon.
You good if I do the final announcements about the crates?
Absolutely. Bye, explorers!
Hi again. Let me just get into my announcer voice.
Now that we have full stomachs, let's go over our expedition crates. To make your expeditions even more exciting, we have Leaf Explorers expedition crates that can be sent to you in the mail before each expedition. They have a world of knowledge and fun activities, including a book where we research 3 flora and fauna that are showcased upon the pages, just like the beetles, gnats, and fireflies we met earlier, flora and fauna bookmarks with fun facts, an educational poster with fun activities, a Leaf Explorers embroidered patch for each expedition, and more. You can check out Leaf Explorers' website at leafexplorers.com to learn exactly what's inside each month's expedition crate and how you too can become a Leaf Explorer. That's all for today. Signing off. Let's get ready to read, explore, and play.
Hi, this is Katie Goodsell, the founder of Leaf Explorers, and thank you so much for listening to episode 2 of our Leaf Explorers podcast. My voice might sound a little bit familiar as I play Katie here on our podcast, as well as within our read-along videos, which I would love for you to enjoy, because our first read-along video is officially out. You can go watch it on YouTube as well as on our website. What we do is with our read-along videos is you are able to watch them if you're a subscriber that same month the box comes out, and if you're not a subscriber to our monthly boxes, our expedition crates, you can watch them 1 month later here on YouTube. Check out our website, leafexplorers.com, if you want to learn more. But other than that, have a great one. I hope you go out and read, explore, and play. Bye, explorers!